So, it's me, your little boy, Kisamson. I have this video to give us. It is okay. It is okay to do what? To fail. It is okay to fail. It is a part of life. Believe me, it is very, very, very okay to fail. Because that is what pushes you to do more. That is what you use to identify. Notice that there is something you are doing. Don't feel bad when you fail. Why? Because failure is part of life. Believe me. Failure is part of life. Don't feel bad if you fail in one angle to another. If you fail in your what? In your journey to your greatness. Because that gives you evidence that this is what I am doing. Because the truth is this. Success without failure is made to do or to collapse. If you are succeeding every day and you never fail in one point, believe me, you will. Once you fail, it will be very difficult for you to rise. Let's talk about scientists. When I was in school, I'm not a science student, but when I was in school, I do used to watch some of my friends, like my mm, my president, my president in the school. My vice president is also scientist, but the second one is not. So I do used to watch them. Anytime that they are in a library, they do used to make mistake. And if you look at some professional scientists today who do all this chemical of a thing, who practice all this library, many of them don't just do it once and win it. No, they keep failing, repeating the same thing, failing until they get the real thing that they want. So if you are failing now, that does not mean you are a failure. And failure is part of life. Failing is part of life. You fail in one field does not qualify you that your entire life you are going to be a failure. Because failure is a part of the journey that we are living. Failure is a guarantee that there is something that you are doing. Don't feel bad, don't feel ashamed that if I do this thing I will fail. If I start, no. People will mock you. That is it. People will make you feel like you are you are stupid. People will make you feel like you are not wise. People will make you feel like what you are doing is what is crazy. People will make you feel like you are crazy. That is part of life. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad of failing. Don't be ashamed of failing. Many of us today, the reason why the reason why it look like we don't have dream, we don't have purpose, because we keep thinking of what people are going to say when it comes to our purpose. We keep thinking, if I fail, if I do this, if you fail, nobody care. You are the one. Think about how many times scientists, professors, how many times bankers have made mistake. How many times scientists have made mistake in trying to bring out the best vision to the world. Many of them have severally make mistake in library, make mistake, keep repeating it, make mistake until they get what the value of what they want. So my brothers and sisters, failing does not mean you are titled to failure. No. If you fail, that does not mean you are called as a failure. It means you are guaranteed. And despite of that, failure is part of life, is part of success. So don't be ashamed to fail. Don't be ashamed to be mocked. Don't be ashamed to fail like 10 to 20 times, because it's all part of life. Don't just think you will do something once and win it at once. It's dangerous. Don't think that you will just be succeeding. It's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous, because once you keep succeeding, the moment you fall, you're going to realize that you have never had the experience of what? Of failing. And it will be difficult for you to stand up. That is why if you fail, don't feel bad of yourself. Because it's part of life, bro. It's part of life. Don't feel rejected. Don't feel what? Disappointed by what you are doing, because all is part of life. It's experience of life. Don't feel bad. Don't feel ashamed. Be what? Be humble. Be what? Be bold to say you fail, because it's a part of joining. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of joining. Celebrate it. Don't feel bad. Keep going. Because out of that word, that failing, or that day you fail, or that thing they call failure, something great is coming out. Because after darkness, what else? Light. So remain blessed.